Well, welcome to a new week. It's the first week of June. It's Monday afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Fast Five here on CutieCast TV. We really do appreciate that. If you notice, we did take about 2 weeks off, so hopefully you guys enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. We needed to briefly take an assessment of ourselves after some situations in our family that had happened, but we're back stronger than ever with a lot of stuff this week, especially with Madman with the show. Also, we got some great stories out there, but we got five, and we're talking five stories here, least heard of. Some of you might have heard it, some of you might have not. These are least talked about in the industry itself, especially in the mainstream media, because they don't really care about what's going on other than stuff that they could flag politically against everybody, which is a big major situation with the mainstream media these days. This is why they're afraid of us here, us content creators on YouTube, because we're getting the views, especially some of us that are getting a lot of views, better than CNN and the rest of the mainstream media alone. So we're at the starting line. The green light's about to hit. The flag is about to come down. So ready, set, and go. Once again, thank you for clicking on the video. Let's start right away with this with Comic-Con news. Multiple thieves were involved in stealing thousands of dollars of worth of anime-style merchandise from a U-Haul in Northern California. These products are from Thousand Skies, an anime store located in San Jose's Japantown. Cron 4 local news station picked up the story. According to them, the anime store was owned by a woman named Elda, and she's been packing up a U-Haul with all sorts of goodies to preparedness for FamCon, which is also located in San Jose. The con is her largest, biggest venue every year. It took her 2 weeks to do all the packing, but she got up one morning and the U-Haul was missing. She made it clear that it wasn't a small amount of merchandise. They said it would have taken her like tens of thousands of dollars, like, to be honest with you, but it would have been our biggest show ever, selling a lot of plushies. We had something like 400 SKUs in variations. The police did find the U-Haul later on, but unfortunately, it was completely empty of all of its merchandise. Meanwhile, in movie news, one thing about this year, horror films have been in heavy production, even though right now we're in a writer strike and probably going into an actor strike coming down the line. But like I said, a lot of these independent companies are not going to stop. They're going to continue working and continue to make a lot of these films. And one thing, it was horror was on the biggest list of what has been coming out. We had discussed about Winnie the Pooh, horror film, also a Peter Pan one, and a couple of others. Now we're hearing there is a Cinderella and a Sleeping Beauty that's coming out. According to Bloody Disgusting, that there is a Cinderella's Curse, which is in developing. And also a horror retelling of Sleeping Beauty. The film Sleeping Beauty Massacre is on the way from Shampdog Films, expected to shoot to kick off in August in the United Kingdom. This is what's going on. This is what the people are going to watch. I mean, it's not making big money, but it's making money where the point where they could say they could break even or at least make something of the nature. It's not that gigantic big blockbuster, but this is what you're going to expect this from low-budget films, just like what happened in the 1980s. Switching gears to East Asia, a Danish tourist had allegedly been detained after exposing her genitalia on a motorbike in Bali. In viral footage shared to social media, the woman can be seen sitting on a motorbike behind a foreign male, laughing as she lifts her right leg to the side, exposing her genitals. When the man who was speaking to the camera witnesses the woman's indecent act, he quickly pushes her leg back to cover her modesty. The incident reported took place in the tourist hotspot of Seminyak, a beach resort area at the southern end of Bali. Footage of the woman's act has gone viral ever since, and it was shared to Instagram by an Indonesian designer, Nulu DeJounte on Monday. DeJounte was outraged, telling 500,000 followers, Bali does not need any of these trashy tourists. After that, you know what happened. They got in trouble. And this is what I tell you. When you go overseas, be very careful in what you do, because the littlest thing can offend the country. Any country that you go to, especially in East Asia. Switching back to the U.S., the next time you go to grab a drink at your local Starbucks or a Panera or any of the other places that you love to get a drink, and they have something new and you thought, well, be careful. Do ask what's in that drink, because a woman out there found out the hard way when she thought that the drink was charged. She thought it was meant with vitamins. A woman is going viral on TikTok after unknowingly ordered one of Panera's controversial caffeinated lemonades. In a video, Chrissy is seen sipping a cup of lemonade, and her hand is literally shaking while she holds the cup. Wondering what's causing the unexpected reaction, she takes a look at the cup and seems confirming that what's in the cup, in fact, is just lemonade. Chrissy walks over to the Panera beverage area to triple check what's in the drink. That's when she figures it out. Her lemonade isn't just lemonade. It's the chain's charged strawberry lemon mint lemonade, which labels itself as a plant-based and clean with much as caffeine as our dark roasted coffee. Oops. And wait a minute. They said plant-based? Isn't everything plant-based to begin with on there? The lemonade, the mint, and all that. Why would they call it plant-based? Oh, Chrissy said, after learning what she's actually been drinking, to be fair, I thought it was charged with vitamins. It's a warning that every consumer out there should be careful of, because you never know. I mean, supposedly this stuff had enough in there, like a can of Red Bull. And for some people, if they're not used to Red Bull, tends to flutter the heart a little bit. And finally, we've covered a lot on the CW on episodes of Man with the Show. One of my favorite shows on there was Supernatural. For many years, the CW has been trying to kick off a spin-off. The Winchesters would have been about the closest, but unfortunately, a lot of people did not like it. There are fans of the show, but still, it didn't garnish the ratings. CW did cancel it, and the producers tried to sell this out to other networks, but unfortunately, it's officially dead. And at least for now, the Winchesters has not been able to get a second season anywhere. The producing studios of Warner Brothers Television's effort to set up the Supernatural prequel series at another network or streaming platform following its cancellation by the CW has been unsuccessful. All possible avenues have been exhausted, and the search for a new home has come to an end. For stuff like this, you have to remember, I know it does garnish some fans, and there's some people that will love this, but it just didn't really click on with the Supernatural franchise. It really didn't. And a couple episodes that I saw, I did not enjoy itself. There was a couple other things they could have done, and one of the things I've always said, Men of Letters was the direction they should have gone. An early version of Men of Letters, or maybe a future version of it, or present day. However you want to do it, Men of Letters should have been the franchise they could have gone to. They could have expanded that universe itself. It would have been the best thing to do. But unfortunately, we will never get to that direction. So it's R.I.P. Winchesters. Wasn't known too well. So we've reached the finish line. The flag is down. Thank you for those of you who have tuned in, clicked on this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Thank you again once again, and we'll see you next Monday on another edition of the Fast Five. Don't forget to check out Man with the Show. This week we have several videos, some great stories that we want to put out to you. A lot of them not discussed on the mainstream media, as same thing as what we bring to you on the Fast Five. So until next time, thank you and bye-bye.